Are you a big Reds fan?
I'm a big Reds fan. I got my De La Cruz jersey. Should be here any day. The
Uh-oh.
day he stole second, third, and home in a span of 30 seconds, I
Right.
ordered his jersey immediately. This guy is different. This guy is different. Electric.
Yeah, so I kind of just wanted to start off with what's coming up. You had previously said that you would never do the challenge. So what made you change your mind this time?
Man, I did say that a couple times, didn't I? I mean, I feel like I just wasn't ready. Like this was maybe like the fourth or fifth time that it kind of like came across to me, like the opportunity was presented, and it just didn't feel right any other time. And I mean, I had a lot of personal things go on in my life, and I was kind of at a point where I'm like, open for a new opportunity and for a new experience. And honestly, the more I looked at it, I'm like, nothing could be better than jumping on the challenge right now and really testing out myself and trying something new. So it just felt right. It felt right.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And obviously with Big Brother specifically, Big Brother 20 you used you're charming, you use strategy, use your numbers to kind of get yourself to the final two. I feel like with the challenge, you can't be quite as sneaky because of all the relationships. And of course it's a more physical game. I guess how was your strategy different going into the challenge?
Yeah, yeah. And for the record, like I had not been an avid watcher of the challenge like I was for Big Brother. So Big Brother, I felt like I had like years and like a decade of like, oh, I could do that. I would do this. I would do that. And so I had like all that planning that was just going on in my head for years and years. When the challenge came around, I'm like, you know what? I actually haven't really watched this show that much. I just hear about it a lot. So maybe I should kind of, take a new approach to it. I guess it was a lot different than Big Brother for sure. It was, I would say I really focused more on the physical aspect for the challenge. Like I trained probably harder than I've ever trained for anything in my life. Like once I got the call for the challenge, like, and it really in turn kind of helped me out mentally at the same time, just to have something to train for and something to work towards. And just with my skill set from Big Brother, I kind of felt like that could translate in a way already. So I didn't want to dive too much into like the strategy or the mental side. So I really just focused physically, and I showed up at a place that I was comfortable with and I was confident. So it was fun.
Yeah, what went into the preparation? I think I saw on Instagram that you bulked up a little bit. So I guess what was your routine to getting ready for that?
Yeah, it was just super strict. Like I think I first got the call somewhere in December, and I had already been trying to like bulk up and really stick to a routine. And when I got that call and I started going down that rabbit hole of like, you know what, I might do this thing. I focused, and I really dialed in my diet. I was training every day. I was swimming. I was running. I would run like a random triathlon in the middle of the day in the heat for no reason at all, just because it's like the challenge. Like you never know what you're gonna expect. And so I don't know. It's just something about having something to train for and having something to work towards really motivates me. And so yeah, I was doing that. I was pushing myself. And I put on about 20 pounds like
Oh,
from the last time I was on Big Brother. At this point I put on like 25 pounds. So I definitely showed up physically in a better place, or
yeah.
in a place I was comfortable with.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Then obviously on Big Brother All Stars, you played with some Big Brother legends, but I feel like challenge legends are a little bit different. People kind of make reality TV and the challenge a career, like their sole career that they focus on. So what
Yeah,
was it like playing with legends like Johnny Bananas, Wes, some of the other ones?
man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just remember like being a teenager and just watching Jersey Shore on MTV, and there's commercials of like Wes and Bananas popping up every 2 seconds, and then just to see them and just to realize that I'm about to play their game with them and like against them was surreal. And it's so much different than Big Brother too, because like Bananas has done the show like 20 times or
Yeah,
something crazy like that. I'm like, dude, there's been like 20 seasons of Big Brother. Like, how is that even
exactly.
possible? So it's like when you get in there, you realize like there's no way you could possibly understand or have the experience that those type of players have. So you kind of have to kind of navigate it in your own way and just, you know, see if you can rock with them. If not, then see if you can rock a different way. But it's definitely intimidating. I was definitely intimidated when I first met them for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then looking back on Big Brother a little bit, I think it's been 5 years now since Big Brother 20.
Yeah, since
I'm a
20.
little I'm a little biased. I think it's one of the best recent seasons ever. My wife,
Hey, thanks, man.
uh, we started live feeds in 18, but Big Brother 20 live feeds watching you was so entertaining. So yeah, it's one of our favorite seasons. But
Thank
now
you.
that it's 5 years removed, how do you kind of reflect on that season overall?
Man, I gotta say I'm a little biased too, but I also think it's one of the best seasons. I'm just gonna say it. Man, it's crazy. It's been 5 years. It's just mind blowing, and I feel like I've gone through the motions. I've gone through so many different like I don't know, just different wavelengths of how I feel about Big Brother 20. And now, like reflecting back, I'm just so insanely grateful to have been a part of it and just to like have left my mark on Big Brother and to play the way that I always wanted to play. And, you know, in that aspect, I made myself like super proud and I didn't win, but I feel like I really kind of left my mark on the game and really that's all you can ask for when you get an opportunity like that to make the most of it. And I'm just proud of my like young 23-year-old like crazy self that I was able to even get through that game. So it's just such a blessing and I look back on it with nothing but like happy memories, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And then you obviously reunited with Fessy on the challenge. What was it like reuniting with someone you spent so much time with in the house?
Man, it's crazy. It was so cool. Like it really just brings all those feelings back. Like we were able to kind of like we hung out a couple times in the 5 years like between then and the challenge, but he's been off doing the challenge ever since we did Big Brother 20. So it's kind of like I'm stepping into his zone, into his element in a way. So I feel like our communication, like we know how to talk to each other. Like we work together to a certain extent in Big Brother. We try to, or we at least know how the other people move. So being able to see him there was definitely comforting, and being able to have somebody, you know, that I could build a connection with that was from a season that I played on was going to be huge. And so when I first found out he was going to be there, that was something that I really wanted to build on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And obviously you're not too much of a cocky guy, but personally, I think you're probably one of the best house guests ever especially on entertainment value, strategic value. Definitely one of the best people to not win. Where do you think you kind of rank among all the house guests to ever play?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't like talking about myself like that too much, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I try not to, you know, go in too deep on that kind of stuff. I just like I said, I really am just proud of myself for playing a game that I wanted to play and you know, giving it all. Like I literally gave Big Brother 20 110% of my effort. Like every day I was thinking about what I needed to do. I was running through 15 different relationships in my head every single night. So if anything, I'm just proud of myself to that I was actually able to accomplish that. But as far as like an all time like losers list, then I don't know. Maybe I'm up there. Maybe I'm one of the better ones. I'll give myself some credit.
If you were to ever go back in the house, what would your strategy be, do you think?
Man, that's a great question. That's a great question. People ask me that, and I'm like, you're asking the wrong person because I only know how to get second place and I only know how to get sixth place, apparently. So I would just channel my inner Casey, I think, at this point and see what that can do because it's different every time you go in there. Like Big Brother 20, clean slate. I could be anybody I wanted. Nobody had any preconceived notions.
Yeah.
You go into All Stars, people saw what you've done, and then after doing 2 seasons of it, people have seen a lot of what you've done. So if I were to go back for a third time, it would just kind of have to be luck of the draw,
Yeah.
win some competitions and see what can happen, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then obviously Big Brother released the cast list yesterday for this upcoming season. What would your advice be for these new house guests?
Man, the cast looks amazing, by the way. This is
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm so excited about this cast, first and foremost. Man, if I had any advice, it would just kind of be, just don't get tunnel vision, I would say. I feel like Big Brother's a game you really have to be fluid, and it's so easy to get tunnel vision and go down a rabbit hole of like coulda, shoulda, wouldas. But if you kind of stick to your integrity, stick to your plan, whatever you're going in with, and you can play fluid, you can move like water and adapt, then you're gonna be able to do pretty well in Big Brother.
yeah,
And so that would be my biggest advice. And just enjoy the experience because it's once in a lifetime. If you're lucky, it can be more than that. So you got to make every moment count because you never know. Like literally 2 words could throw off your entire game. So just make every moment count. Make sure you're doing it all to your best of your abilities.
yeah, yeah. And I won't hold this against you if it ends up not going well. The thing I like about Big Brother cast releases is I like decide who I like before the season, and it completely changes by like week one,
Yeah,
changes
yeah,
again midway. Was there anyone that like kind of stood out to you from cast release yesterday?
yeah. Please tell all the people not to hold this one against me if it doesn't go well because we know how this goes. But shoot, I would say I feel like even though he's the youngest one in there, there's something about Corey. Um, I just feel like he's got some charisma. I feel like he's a good talker, so I feel like he might do okay. But at the same time, if you get that tunnel vision, you start spinning out of control. Sometimes saying too much can come and bite you in the butt. So I feel like he might be able to talk himself out of a couple situations. But on the other hand, Siri's son is his
Yeah,
name's Jared, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
High
think
hopes
so.
for
I
him as
think so.
well.
I'm horrible.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But I think Jared could hold his own too if he's
Yeah,
anything like his mom.
yeah, yeah. And question that popped up with you talking about tunnel vision so much. Looking back on your two stints on Big Brother, I guess what would your biggest regret be strategically wise?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like if I did have a regret on Big Brother, it would probably be on All Stars, just not going in with the right mindset, if that makes sense. I just I feel like I wasn't in a good place like personally at the time, just like COVID going on and I was just dealing with some mental health issues. So if there was anything I would change, it would be to kind of take care of that before I got in the house and not have to deal with it in the most high intense pressure cooker environment that there possibly is. But at the same time, I try to don't live too much on regrets. Like if I look back at season 20, even though I didn't get the win, there's not a single thing I would do different.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And so I know you obviously grew up in Ohio. Now you live in Hilton Head. How often do you visit Ohio?
I'm there at least once a year. I'll be there. I'll be there in a couple weeks actually. I'll be whipping through. Going to Cedar Point for sure.
Nice.
Have to. I grew up like 45 minutes away from Cedar Point, so I'm officially like I think it's in my blood. There's something about my like circadian rhythm that like I have to go ride the roller coasters at least once a year or I'll like lose it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I'll be there soon. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, probably because where I live, I'm partial to Kings Island, but I love Cedar Point too, so I get
That's fair. That's fair. Kings Island's second best.
it.
Ohio knows how they do it with these
Yeah,
roller coasters. I don't think anybody else can compare. Nobody
yeah,
else understands what we got.
totally agree. And then I tried finding pictures. I don't think I'm misremembering, but you threw out a first pitch at a Reds game once.
Yes,
Yeah, are you a big Reds fan?
I'm a big Reds fan. I got my De La Cruz jersey. Should be here any day. The
Uh-oh.
day he stole second, third, and home in a span of 30 seconds, I ordered his jersey immediately. This guy is different. This guy is different. Electric.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, real quick, we like to end our interviews with a little Cincinnati trivia. I know you're not from Cincinnati, but we just like to test it. I think you'll do okay. A lot of celebrities just flat out suck, but I think you have a leg up from Ohio.
All
So
right, I appreciate the compliment, but we'll see. Let's go.
this one, again, I think it's a layup, but I think only one person's ever gotten it. Who's the starting quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Well, I mean that might change for the first couple of weeks, but we all know Joey B. Get well soon. Get well
Yeah.
soon.
You think the Bengals have a good shot to take it all this year?
The Bengals always have a good shot, man. They always have a good shot. I'm personally a Chargers fan,
Ah,
But if I have a team number two, it's always the Bengals, and I love to see the Bengals beat the Chiefs because the Chargers never can. So, so I'm definitely always rooting for Joey B. I think they can win it all.
Yeah, yeah. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Next, what food dish is Cincinnati known for?
Skyline chili.
Yes, I know you're
Come
vegan,
on.
but was there anything that you really liked from there before pre-vegan, Tyler?
Oh, oh, listen, I got 25 years of non-vegan life under my belt. So yes, there. I love the what is it, the with the five, what, the five layer?
Five way,
The five way.
yeah.
Yo, hit me with a five way. I think about how to veganize that dish like at least once a month. It's just not
Well,
the same though.
if you figure out a good recipe, I gotta let my boss know because he's
Oh,
vegan.
let's
He
go.
doesn't get Skyline too often, so
Next time I'm in Cincy, I might have to go in and try to whip something up.
yeah, absolutely. And then what is United Dairy Farmers?
I don't know that one.
You don't?
I don't know that one.
It's a gas station slash ice cream shop. So get gas and really good ice cream. Really good.
Listen, I mean, what better combo is there?
Yeah.
I'm a fan, but I don't know what it is. But now now it sounds nice.
A lot of people think it's like some union of farmers, but they're way off. I mean, dairy.
Yeah, it sounds like some like a field with a bunch of cows on it. But hey,
yeah.
they got gas stations too. Let's go.
And then what viral animal is at the Cincinnati Zoo?
Oh,
There's two answers that I'll give you for this.
is there a gorilla?
There was Harambe. That's one answer.
Oh, okay,
Rest
okay.
in peace. But the big one is
R.I.P.
Fiona the hippo. She was a preemie and she was all on the Today Show and whatnot.
The hippo, that's right.
It's wild here for hippos.
Listen, I remember that back in the day on the Toledo news, hearing about the hippo.
Yeah, it was statewide news back then.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
And then last one, name 3 famous people from Cincinnati.
From Cincinnati?
Yes. It can be they lived here for a while too. I'll give you that.
Okay, I probably can only throw out athletes. Let's see. Joey Votto, legend.
Canada, but
He's good. Yeah, but I mean, 19 years in the league or something like that.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
He's got to be Cincy. Shoot, Pete Rose.
He's from here, so that's a good one.
From.
Yeah, he's from.
Okay. And is it Hendrickson? Is he from Cincy?
Oh, no, you're close though. It is a defensive guy.
Hubbard.
Yeah,
Sam Hubbard.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'd give you like 2.5 for that.
Okay. Hey, I'll take that.